welcome to my Monday Live. I'm Jenny Klochko, and you're watching our traditional Monday Live, where we're discussing the what happened on Sunday, and I mean the interview which was posted on my channel. And yesterday there was the interview with the sniper from the secret location from the in Ukraine somewhere, and also there's so when I reached out Mykola Voronin, I'll explain a bit of context. Mykola Voronin is the legendary Ukrainian sniper, and the film was made based on his biography, his story when Russia invaded 11 years ago and brutally destroyed his life. And he had to revenge for that. He became a sniper, and he explains in interview that he enjoys revenge and particularly how he does it. And so when I reached out to him after watching the film second time, because the first time I watched it in Ukraine when it was released in cinemas in September 2022, and it impressed me again, even if it was just on iPad, not on the big screen. And I decided to reach out and offered him to come as a guest for the interview on the podcast. He agreed, having two conditions. First one, I'm not going to ask where he is, and we keep that promise. And the second thing, it should be at night. And he said it's probably going to be 3 o'clock in the morning, like in London. Eventually, he managed to do it 1 hour earlier, so there was 2 o'clock in the morning. I hoped on that day to have a nap during the day, to be fresher, kind of more present. It hasn't happened, and I'm very sorry if you watch the interview and I'm very slowly and I'm sort of not really myself. It's just because there was 2 o'clock in the morning. But it was quite interesting and inspiring conversation, and he's truly a legendary person. I don't know how he lives with himself, because it's quite easier to live when you just like normal, live boring life, but his life is full of many adventures. And he's said warning to the rest of the world. I didn't ask how many body count he has, but he disclosed that he revenged everyone who offended him and how it's happened. Check it out. By the way, we will look at the comments people left. Usually I answer. Oh, thank you, Matt. Thank you for your support from California. So one of the comments was the viewer managed only 20 minutes because so many ads. Sorry, I can't influence on that. It's YouTube. If you think it makes me any money, it's a big myth. It's not. And it's probably YouTube abusing this sort of period of time because it's anniversary of invasion, full-scale invasion. So, and people have interest to it. So I apologize the front about ads. And that was quite fascinating conversation, amazing, inspiring person. And I hope he will stay safe, and he will be celebrating victory whenever it comes. So let me have a look at a few of your comments. Hello to everyone. Yes, I do Instagram account. It's Jenny Klochko. Check it out. It's also in the information on my podcast channel. So please have a look. Sorry, I don't understand Polish, German. I'm Ukrainian, if it was about me. First, I would like to look at the comments under the interview and answer the questions if you have. Just letting you know, if you left the comment, I copied every comment and sent it to Mykola. And so he heard or he read all those nice words and appreciation you wrote under the video. And I think it's important for the guest of the podcast to hear the feedback and to understand how it's resonated or not resonated. Maybe there are some thoughts from the viewers. So I always send it to the guest to keep this connection. I think it's important. So as soon as we do the comments, I have a few words to say, because today is the 3-year of the full-scale invasion, Russian invasion, and what is done by Donald Trump is shocking, because I think Donald Trump is giving Ukraine choice without choice, and Ukraine had it in history. If not long time ago there was Minsk agreement, never worked, never helped, and Russia used and abused it. So Ukrainians were tricked then. Then Budapest Memorandum, when Ukraine gave away nuclear bombs on billions and billions of dollars and got nothing, no insurance, no security, nothing. So, and also in 1918 there was another agreement, and there was sort of history, it calls the bread peace. So such countries like Hungary and Austrian Empire, they were supposed to support Ukraine as a state, and Ukraine will feed them with grain. You know, Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe. It's the agreement was signed on the 9th of February, again February, hate this month, February 1918, and it's got broke in November. So Ukraine learned hard way, and then obviously Ukraine's territory was occupied by Russians, and eventually the Soviet Union appeared. So what Donald Trump is doing, he's basically pushing Ukraine, pushing and bullying, and it's not gonna help or do anything. But we will get there a bit later, because I think we live in this sort of shocking world since he's got the power, and I wouldn't be surprised if eventually he will start like full-scale Third World War. But let's have a look at the comments. The comments, because I appreciate, and it's one of my favorite parts of having podcast, having interviews, and seeing what do you think, what resonated with you. So Ossi, what an incredible, positive and inspiring man. May all the gods keep him safe to enjoy the peaceful life he so richly deserves. Thank you, Jenny. Слава Україні. Героям слава. Francisca Stuki 7143 saying, wow, what a life lesson. Thank you. You are such a hero from the people of heroes. Share some beliefs of you about the deaths and so on. Please, please, please take care. Appreciate you and your brothers in arms very much. Bow down, Mykola. I wish you all the very best. The best of your brothers in arms and your sister. May luck be with you forever. Thank you very much. You see, Ossi is saying, I watched it on 1.5 times. That's why the time disparity. Will watch it again after I watch the movie. So if you haven't watched the film Sniper, the White Raven, it's in the UK. I know for sure it's available on Amazon Prime. Please have a look. It's quite impressive. I wouldn't say shocking, but probably it is shocking and upsetting, and I took it very emotional, probably because I'm Ukrainian, because it's my country, and because it's very raw. Traumflug, one of our most faithful viewers. What a remarkable person. I don't even know where to start to describe what I found so magnificent about him. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jenny, for using your talented work. Thank you. What nevertheless comes to mind is the seemingly very different approach on how to defend the country, while politicians west of Ukraine appear to have no better ideas than to drown down the problem in money. He comes along with a lot of dedication and inspiration. Likely he still uses an expensive weapon. Yeah, yet the main part of this work seems to be the use what he has as smartly as possible. Yeah, thank you for all those interesting interviews, Jenny, from Dominic. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you for finding time, watching, and leaving comments. I just say again, your comments, a part of it does help to for more people to see, for YouTube to promote it, but also it's such a heartwarming moment for me. So thank you very, very much. High five Flipper, saying the first few words are already everything to maybe change someone's mind about the war in Ukraine who still might think Ukraine started it somehow. Well, of course it's ridiculous. Ukraine didn't start it. And just, I'm sure if you came here and, I mean, my podcast, you interested and you read and listened today and a few days before about anniversary, I just say few things. Something with like special operation supposed to be 3 days and it's 3 years on, and I think Putin already lost. Yes, it's quite high tension at the moment. Yes, it's quite difficult at the moment, but he lost. He lost. Yes, unfortunately, Ukrainians dying every day. Yes, and I am absolutely against to victimize Russians because they invaded, they killing civilians, they destroying civilian infrastructure, they are partners in crimes with the dictators. Even those who keep silent, they still partners in crimes. And Ukrainian blood on their hands, and it will be forever, and Ukraine will never forget it for generations. So they just cursed. Simon saying far too many adverts. Yeah, I mentioned it. Sorry, it's not me. I think it's YouTube abusing the anniversary time and people's interest. So, Trump, and I think he's pushing against Europe. He's he behaves like Russian spy. I'm not gonna speculate. I am not a intelligence expert or whatsoever, so it's probably worth discussing it. I noticed that there's a lot of speculation on this topic in Ukrainian media, and there were some references to the article in Guardian 2018 about Trump being a spy from Russia. So I don't know, have a look, just Google, check it. I think topics like that, it would be interested, even if it's just speculation or some conspiracy theories. It would be interesting to listen to people who worked in intelligence or experts on that. I'm not, but he behaves like that. Also, I think when I see how he pushes, and particularly today when the United States joined Russia to vote against UN General Assembly resolution condemning Russia's war against Ukraine. And so you see, and this agreement of natural resources on Ukraine, first they were discussing 50%, and then their minister came along and there was 90%. And I think they're pushing and offering things Ukraine can't sign and can't do, and they do it deliberately. Well, I don't think they will take over. I don't think Putin, Trump, they have chance, because the more they push, the more it unites the good people, the nice people, the sensible people against them. You remember when Putin invaded and how many Ukrainians got united, how many world leaders got united. Boris Johnson was in Kiev quite soon. So they get quite opposite. And you know, in Ukraine there's a saying. It's saying about doctors and the price of the doctor's mistake. So if literally to translate, it would say that every doctor has own cemetery. So because everyone has mistakes, but the cost of doctor's mistake is the death of a loved person. I think in Trump's situation, I think he will have, instead of calling for peace or declaring he's looking for peace or ending the war or something. He's actually will start World War III, and he already aligned with Putin, united his effort with Putin. There will be what kind of legacy? There will be genocide, Ukrainian genocide under his belt, and all his legacy. He's an old man. He hasn't got left a lot. So, and everyone will remember him as a person who up to his eyeballs in blood, and he did it deliberately. He didn't need to do that. So I hope I'm wrong, and this is his some sort of genius strategy, but I suspect this is the person that will be disgrace to American history, disgrace to his family, to his kids, and when his kids and grandchildren will be changing their surname because they will be ashamed of him, I think that would be the right thing to do. But I hope it won't come to that, because I don't want the violence, the victims of people like Putin would increase. So I hope I'm terribly wrong, but that's my feelings, that's my sort of take on it. And it's quite nice that I live abroad. I live in the UK since 2011, and it would be at that time when I just moved to the UK, you couldn't get any book on Ukraine, or if you find something, probably some secondhand, some Oxford edition, like fairy tales from who knows when. And now, unfortunately, the cost of people's life, dozens of thousands of people's lives, you go on Amazon and you can read this, that, you can read poetry, and obviously there's a lot of new authors. Some of them died because of the war, and today there was the article in Guardian by Charlotte Higgins. She wrote the review on Victoria Amelina book. Check it out, and it's I think the title of the article, Looking at Women Looking at War. So this book, I think it's already in the UK. I've seen on social media posted. I think it's in Waterstones, other books. Anyway, there's more Ukrainian literature present, there's more authors, there's more aspects and views on it. So you don't need to get information only from newspapers or radio or YouTube. There's also literature, and you have a great opportunity. Just go on Amazon and get it and have a look. And on one hand, I'm happy because as a person who lives abroad, I would like this we to be present as a culture more. But at the same time, I understand it's the price. And I lost people in this war. I lost friends, I lost colleagues who were defending Ukraine. My family is on the front line, my family members on the front line, risking life to defend Ukraine. So, yeah, that's the price. And check out the interview with Sniper, his revenge and his enjoyment of revenge. And in the news, I don't know if you follow, but if there's sort of like collaborator or the person who committed war crimes in Ukraine, and then he mostly it's males, he was found and he was revenged. And there's always few lines there: Ukraine, all the victims or all the crimes will be revenged, and we will find you and we will never forget. Well, yes, we will, and we will never give up, and because it's our existence, and because we're on the right side of history. Let's have a look. If you have, oh my goodness. Oh, hello, Traumflug. Oh, lovely to see you. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not Russian speaker. I'm coming from Ukrainian speaking family, and so there's someone in the, I won't repeat he was saying the Russian speaker. No, It's Russian became the language of the enemy. I have actually, when I hear Russian language, I feel physical sickness. So no. Joni, hello, hello. Yes, yes, Joni. Please like, share, subscribe. Yes, help other people to watch more of my content, and hopefully hello, hello, Peter. Oh, happy are you? I'm so happy you could join. Okay, Matt saying, as an American, I did not vote for Trump. Thank you for that. I think Europe has to get together to defend. Yes, yes, and I'm sure they're already doing it. And I think Europe doesn't have really chance to ignore and not to be united and not to defend themselves. Okay, Johnny is saying, not to crush your party, Jenny, but please join Mercado Media after your show. The greatest Europe YouTubers will be in the panel, and there are already viewers waiting. Oh my goodness, Johnny, if I survive, I had quite a long day. I will try. I'll let you know. Thank you, Aman. Aman saying that I'm a good speaker. I don't think so, but thank you. I'll get there. Oh, Johnny, thank you for your heart. I'm from Ukraine. It's answering the question, but I live in London since 2011. Yes. So it looks like oh my goodness. What can I say? This Russian speaker and provocator. Keep. Okay, so he came here to provocate. Well, thank you for making traffic. Thank you for your comments. Carry on. Thank you everyone for finding time. It's probably whenever you are, and if you have any ideas, if there's someone you would like to hear or topics you would be interested. I remember one of our lives when I was reading Ukrainian poems, not planned. I've heard you, and we will do some special live on Ukrainian literature and Ukrainian poetry, because it's extremely no, extremely is not a good word. It's unbelievably beautiful, and it's very touching, very inspiring. We will do that, and I'll do my best to give you a little bit of introduction, inspire. Maybe you'll start learning language. I know some of my subscribers already started, and I hope the number of people who learned and got inspired and will be speaking Ukrainian, it will make me very happy. So thank you everyone. Thank you for this time spending with me. Also, I would like to wish you have a very good evening. And if you notice, those who learn Ukrainian or recognized, it says "obійми," which means hug. Hug me or give me a hug, and please hug your nearest and dearest, people you love, people you live for, and appreciate the moment and be happy and appreciate that you have each other, even if we live in a mad world with Trump. So hug each other, love each other, enjoy every second you have. Thank you, and yeah, like, share, subscribe, and come back again. Next live will be Peter saying something. Come back on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. and on Sunday will be posted another interview. I will try to post it earlier, so during the day, so you have time to watch it and think, so you have more time. And please take care, be safe. And before I say final goodbye, Peter saying, Czech Prime Minister today had unbooked emergency speech on the nation. We have to arm and prepare for defense. Yes, it's actually Sniper on the interview. The first part, he was explaining why we have to prepare for the war. And we have to do like as a civilians in the West. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Thank you. So we have to prepare, and it's better to be prepared if it happens. I don't know, some speculating might happen in 3-5 years in the West, in the UK. I hope it won't. It's a terrible thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, Trump looks saying, what was the issue? The need to prepare isn't exactly new. No, it's not new. I think you have to understand one thing before I say final goodbye. Things we get in the media from when the leaders of the countries meeting, it's always very polished, very sort of like dosed, and not everything was happening behind closed doors is actually getting out there. And so maybe something really worrying going on behind the closed doors. And Czech president, he's military, he has military background, so he knows what he knows what he's talking about. Okay, Stuart Beveridge saying, who we pay for this war? I'm not quite sure what do you mean, and who we? Are we Americans? Are we who we, Stuart? Anyway, thank you everyone. Hug your beloved. Try to be happy. Keep strong. Money is coming from. Whose money, Stuart? Whose money coming from? Stuart asking, where's the money coming from? Kevin, if sorry, Stuart, if you are going to say this sort of to sing Donald Trump's song about the money, so most of the money stayed in the United States on the American plants, or the everyone else. So it's not like Ukraine was sent bags full of money. So let's stop this speculation. And no one was given new equipment to Ukraine. Everyone was given old Soviet or outdated stuff. So please don't. Okay. Trump said half of the world's contribute to Ukrainian defense. Well, yes, but the truth is, with Ukrainian hands and Ukrainian lives, Baltic countries, Polish, and other neighbors of Russia staying alive and have an opportunity to lead peaceful life, and their children don't wake up. So yes. Ukraine does rely and depend on the partners' money, but Ukraine loses daily children, civilians, and soldiers. So don't forget about the money. Who hasn't got a future, and how many children left without mothers and fathers who were fighting for the freedom. So Peter saying it's about spending much more, and it's extraordinarily difficult for Czech politicians whenever they need to increase spending. He had this speech to a nation that we need. Yeah. Okay, much of absolutely. Money stayed in the UK, so stop saying this rubbish. This from Trump that he sent to Ukraine money. It's just we're not gonna translate Kremlin propaganda and Trump madness here. Well, you need to pay for your own war. Are you serious? We pay with our lives for the war and to stop Putin. If Ukraine stops defending itself, next countries, because Putin is on the route, he wants to restore Soviet Union. Get ready, neighboring countries. Yeah. Looks like we've got Donald Trump brother here. Yeah. Ugh. Kevin saying, Stuart, we paid the arms manufacturers in the US. Yes. So please, please, just... Peter, I wish everyone a great night and all the best. Oh, thank you, Peter. Peter. All the hugs and warmth. Yes, absolutely. UK, yes, helped. Stuart carries on. The UK has gave you people a lot of army equipment and training. Yes, they did. Yes, they did help. But there's a lot of buts. I won't go there because I'm endlessly grateful to the UK support and to all those officers. I've been on the training ground and they did magnificent job. But the truth is, this kind of war is not, that kind of help is not as much as it needed. And UK was cutting the army budget. UK doesn't have as much to give everything away. And let's not go there. And because I don't want to criticize the UK. UK did a lot, played in emotional support, army, lots of training, and people, and they are amazing. They did a lot. So, but please, let's just be realistic and have a look how much the war takes and how many people die and everything. So, why should America help Europe? Oh, whenever country against Trump, he dies, not need help. Oh my goodness. On a positive note, hug the people you love, think of positive, stay safe, and let's hope for the better. Let's hope it's not going to get worse and it's not going to get crazy. Thank you for being here. Check the other interviews on the podcast, watch the film Sniper the White Raven, and good luck. Thank you.